What's good, Corgi? What's good? How you doing, bro? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I'm just kidding. I know y'all can hear me. I fixed the audio. I fixed the audio. Now, I think the screen is I think it's good enough, right? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. To be honest, I had something else on. And then just for whatever reason, just the way it looks, it just was blurry. Like had these lines, these weird lines. I didn't like it. So today again, we were looking for a little bit higher prices, honestly. Glad you're doing well, Corgi. Glad you're doing well, man. So we're kind of in this. We're gonna have like a really small opening range gap. So we gotta be a little bit more patient today, just in my opinion. As you can see, it's changed. Trade of 8. So I bought one Apex account, so I can now copy trade this one to my other Top Step account because I'm tired of it lagging every time I get into a trade. So I found out how to do that. I think it's Tradecopia. I have Tradecopia, so it allows me to. I don't think it's Copia. I think it's Copia. Maybe it's Copia. I don't know. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. But it allows me to trade on here, and then it also will trade and transfer over to my Top Step account. So hopefully that makes it a lot easier for me. Also, just so I have the levels already on here, so I can just draw them up, and so I can try to keep this chart as clean as possible because I know I have other charts that have obviously all the other things on them. So yeah, I was actually watching the ICT mentorship last night, a video that I watched 5 years ago today or yesterday. I was like, what? And I watched it, and again, when I watched it then, like I had no idea. There's a dog hair on that thing, my fault. I watched it, and there were definitely things I had no idea what ICT was talking about in the beginning. It was talking about like mitigation blocks, breaker blocks. ICT's live now. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch what he's doing, but it's cool to see that he's back doing his thing live. But yeah, I watched one of his things, and so that was pretty cool to see. And he was talking about mitigation blocks, and how when to refer to a mitigation block or when to refer to a breaker block. I thought that was very interesting. He talked about when you're seeing price move away. So I stick it month 5 and 6 about the look back days, and seasonal trading. Yeah. Those are good things. So I'm like, the video that you're talking about, like those are the core videos. I'm not talking about the core videos. I'm talking about when he was doing weekly videos with us in the mentorship. So we would get a video almost every day, and I have it. I don't know where the thing is. It might be back there. I don't know if you can see on my desk or back behind me. There's like this little hard drive that I have that has all the videos that he created for us all the way back to 2016, which is crazy. It's been about like 10 years since he's been doing that, at least publicly out. I think he did it a little bit before, but it was a little different. But I have it from 2016 all the way till 2022. That's when he ended that stuff. So I have all those videos. I was going back and looking at it. Some interesting stuff in there. The one day that I remember the most, sorry, just turn this music down. The one day that I remember the most, it was like February 12th or 14th. It was a video that he had made. It was crazy. So maybe I'll talk about it at some point. I gotta go back and like remember everything he talked about in that video, but that day like sticks with me. It stuck with me for a while. He talked about a lot of things in there. But let's see what we're gonna get here. Doesn't look like it really wants to go up. We do have like need to fix this. Hold up. Since now I'm trading on here. I still need that. Let's do like this. There we go. So there, so you can see, I mean, these look too clean. There's no way they leave that. That's ES. No, we don't trade that. This looks heavier. But look how we have some SMT there. There. This rated up there, but look how clean that looks. That looks like, to me, that would get rated. Looks like it'd want to get rated. So again, I have all the things on there. This is why I was looking on the higher time frame. Yesterday, while I was even looking for higher prices, we ended up getting it, but obviously after it came back down. Oh, I'm like, this looks so different because that's ES. There's a suspension block here, and like we were maintaining the bodies here. So I was like, we can definitely try to go up there. That's what I was looking at yesterday. We didn't get that hourly chart. How much time we have? We have 7 minutes left. Hourly chart. I had this swing on there too, from here up to there, and those were easy pickings. And this is obviously down in a discount, so obviously wasn't thinking it was gonna go down all the way there. But we came down here, thought that was good. So after FOMC, pretty much we got a large wick and then did what I was expecting. That's essentially what happened. But it just came down lower and then did that. We didn't attack up here, but I was like, you know what? I'm okay with taking off midway because of what was happening. It's just very holding pattern. And the holding pattern was because of this. It went down and then ended up coming up. So I recognized that and I was like, this isn't normal. It's not normal. So but right now we've run through this. We have SMT there. I mean, we're really close to the ATH. I guess on this thing we're not, but on the continuous chart we're a lot closer actually. And I did notice that how the continuous chart in this chart is a little bit different. I think he talks about that too. But yeah, so this is looking like it wants to, it's looking pretty heavy right now, to be honest. That's how it's looking. But again, if we look at like how I framed the week, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess would have created the high of the week. But to me, this isn't like midweek, or like we would call it midweek reversal. Midweek reversal is more, in my mind, when it's consolidating and then runs lower and then does that. That to me is a midweek reversal. So, and then you have, what is it? Consolidation reversal, which is usually gonna be on a Thursday or a Friday, where like you're consolidating pretty much. Thursday will take the low and then go like that. So those are the two ideas that you have. And then you have obviously the classic where Monday or Tuesday creates a low the week, and then it's like that. Yeah, I want to see it drop and then trade. Look, we're up here like this. Those highs for me just look very, very too clean, especially on ES. Like, look at that. It's gonna make me draw. Where's the thing? I didn't put it over there. I need to put that on there. I don't see that on there, so I'll do that on accident. Dang, I almost hit sell on accident, which would have been crazy. Sold. Oh, this is on ES. Oh yeah, anyways. Look how clean those highs are, right? There's too much shark bait for me. Right there. So yeah. So looks heavy, honestly. Very, very heavy. But you shall see what we end up getting there. I'm gonna just leave that there. Let's go back up here. So I have the highs and lows on another chart, so I'm not gonna like populate this chart with so many things. I'm gonna try to like keep this chart clean so I can objectively see this. I have other ones that have a whole bunch of stuff on there. Obviously this is Asia low, that's yesterday PM session low, so I have those on there, so I know what those are, but I don't want to have like everything marked out on this one. I just kind of want to keep it basic and plain. Hey, I know the volume's good. How y'all like that volume? I'm telling you. Y'all like the volume? I still need to figure out how to make this. Is it 9:30 yet? No. I still need to figure out how to make this a little bit more clear. Because I know that it can be a little bit more clear. Like on my screen, it looks pretty nice. But I had the TV on just to make sure if I can kind of see the way it looks for you guys. I think I need to scoot this way. Or is it this way? Oh, it's this way. Yeah, I'm trying to make it as best as possible because I don't like it to be blurry. Like I wouldn't want to really be watching a blurry stream. So trying my best for what I got. Yeah, my goal, low key, my goal is to make, man. So I'm trying to make 3 things of content every single day. Like that Jones going to be challenging for me because I feel like that Jones be taking forever. But because you make some content, it'll be taking for, at least for me. Maybe you guys know a better way to be like, oh, you can do it like this. I have no idea. I just be putting stuff together and then like 5 hours later, I have half a piece of content, right? It's like, man. But my goal is 3 a day. So today I'm gonna try to get 3 out. I also asked like what is it? Grok or something, like ChatGPT. It said like post at 8 a.m., I think 12, and then 6. I got nothing right now. So 8 a.m. was cooked, you know what I mean? 12, I may be able to get 1 out then. 6 p.m. probably. I could probably get some out by then. Because there's one thing I saw today in my notes, because I went back in my notes. It's in month 6, but you guys won't have it. He talked about when using buy stops or when to use a buy stop and when to use a buy limit. Which one of those 2 to use. And I don't think he talks about that in the other content. In my opinion. He may talk about it. I don't remember him talking about it in the normal stuff. Maybe he does. Do you guys know about that? Like Corgi, do you know when to use a buy stop specifically and then when to use a buy limit? So when to use a buy limit, when to use a buy stop. Now I know you know how to use it, but I'm saying what specific times would you like use it? Do you know that? Maybe the question I'm asking is a good question. I'm trying to figure out how to say it to you without giving you pretty much all day. Oh, you don't use it? Yeah. So we hit the Asia high from the other day. Immediately. Look at that response. We trade up to a 15-minute FVG. Oh yeah, let me look at the... See, we have a very, very small opening gap range. For me, when I see that, I'm not a fan of that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Price range, that's what I want to know. I mean, it's 62 handles. I guess it's not that small. It just looks small in this thing. So we've already hit the constant encroachment of that. So yeah, I mean, for sure come up and tagging this. I'd be surprised. I just want to put an alert there. Because we know what that is. But this looks just very heavy to me. Couldn't even trade up to this gap. It just looks very, very heavy. I'd ideally want to see it trade higher, but we'll see what we get. Now, you don't use buy stops and stuff. So he kind of talks about like when to use a buy stop and when to use a buy limit. Or sell limit, sell stop. He talks about that. I thought that was pretty cool, honestly. There's a specific reason why I'm on the 5-minute chart right now. What I found was really interesting, right? So when I first was in the mentorship, I am paying attention as I'm talking to you guys. But when I was in the mentorship, this looked really interesting to me. This gap specifically. There, and then targeting this low, which is Asia low. But what I thought was very interesting is when I was looking at their mentorship stuff, also look how it overlaps with this gap too. There. But I was watching the mentorship and he was talking a lot about how like when we were first getting into it and you know how we should mark up our charts and blah blah blah. When all he did was stay on the 5-minute chart the whole time. I was like, that's interesting. I mean, he went from like the daily and did all that stuff, but when he was marking up his charts and doing stuff, it was the 5-minute chart. Also up here, this is a good, I guess this is a good lesson too, what I learned or what I remembered. So when you see this, obviously this is consolidation. You know how you see like price here and then come up and then here and then come up, but then you see this is very noticeable. very, very noticeable. That's the displacement that you're waiting for. So most people get up here and they see this and they think that this is the time to trade. They think this is okay, it's going to come up here to get stopped out. It's this. That's what you're waiting for, right? And so technically he has like, I mean, this is obviously the this isn't 4x, but the time is what, from 2 ends at 4. I think he says it ends at 5, but 4, I thought it was 5. I have to go back and check on that. But pretty much what you're looking for, I see that. What you're looking for is the expansion and all that stuff to occur during this time. So this, right, you don't see anything here. You see it here. So then when you see it come up into this gap here, which overlaps with this. Now, what's very, very important is when do you use a breaker, or like when are you noticing the breaker, or when are you looking at the mitigation block? He talked about how mitigation blocks usually form on the right side of a breaker, and he'll take this. So if we do the same thing, we have high, low, lower, high here. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we have SMT there as well. You take this candle, extend it out. There you go. Doesn't even complete the gap. I was looking for this to fill this morning, actually, from this gap, but it traded up. Oh, sorry, right here. It traded up higher than I would have wanted to. But so we might get a just straight dump to that low. So the low that I was looking at below would be here, 26,077. I think we're just going to dump there. I think that was the 5-minute chart, that trade specifically. Okay, so we hit Asia low, and we fell short of the PM session high from Monday. Monday, November 3rd. The 15-minute order block made a 15-minute gap. Yeah, that was the trade setup, I think, at least for low resistance. Because you can see how quickly that just ran down there. So first TP was there, second one was there. Now we still have chance because obviously have this down here unless it just obviously just runs, and that's unfortunate, but it's a part of trading. So this is the from Wednesday. Right there is the PM session low from Wednesday. I got that there. PM session low. So we still have a target there that we can hit if we're actually gonna end up trading lower. Let's look at what our ES is doing. So we have a huge difference right now. So this is going to either have to catch up, or this is a just massive stop run. Massive, massive. So we've hit the AM session high from Tuesday. Again, all we've done is just shot straight down. So other than this there was really nothing for us to trade lower off of. It just ran pretty much straight away. Want to see some type of retracement, not just straight down. Looks like we're just gonna just dump, I guess. Dump-a-rooski. Hopefully we get some type of retracement, not just tank. Because if we're doing that, then again, have to find, because the next level, the next low is down here. Again, there's still opportunity, but I'm not chasing it down there. And this is an AM session low. Pretty sure, yeah. Like that just straight dumped. I don't even think there's a retracement on a 1-minute chart. I don't think there's any, there's no fair value gap. It just ran. Like no institutional order flow, just ran. I mean, it'd be a nice trade. Would love to see that happen, but let's get some type of retracement here. There we go. So now we're starting to get a little bit of catch up by ES. But yeah, down here you have 25,998, 25,977, and then the PM session low is like would be my target. Oh, something else he talked about. I forgot about this. And maybe he does talk about this in the Corgi. Do you know when or what is the actual rejection block? Or how do you frame a rejection block, or what is a rejection block? Okay, how do you but you do not use it. Yeah. How do you I guess what I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to answer this question or explain this question. So when you have a 50-minute daily. What I'm basically trying to say, I guess my question skills right now are just horrible. But what I'm trying to say is, like, in terms of picking the correct swing low, because you see I have all these swing lows in here, and trying to figure out what's the like true or actual rejection block, it's this one. So this is the true like rejection block, this one. Especially, so if you have a high resistance, let's say you're going short and you have a high resistance liquidity run signature, right? If you have that, and let's say like you're shorting from up here, right? Let's say like you had a framework, everything was coming down. Notice how it doesn't go below this. It does it a little bit there, but that's the rejection block right there, because that's the first swing. And then it runs lower and comes back up. So rejection. So if you're aiming and you have this type of signature right there, this is your aiming point. He talked about that last night. 5 years ago, I learned that. I forgot about all that, to be honest. So I'm waiting for a 5-minute gap, by the way. I'm not just like talking and not getting in. If it gives it to me, I'll trade it. But I'm waiting for a gap. The 15-second, yeah, bro. I've tried that. And every time I've tried that, and every single time, sorry. There's this thing I shoveled outside, and I thought this person was about to park there. I was about to start tweaking. But yeah, so I tried trading a 15-second. I used to do 15-second, 5-second, 30-second sometimes, because obviously you can get some nice entries if you know what you're looking for, especially off that. I don't think I have the 15-second on here, but I want to see us trade up. I don't honestly want to see us trade down there yet. But we're very close, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But yeah, so the rejection block would be this one. So if you're trading up here and you have this high resistance, we'll say signature, right? Which means that this low is lower than this one. This is your targeting point. You can try to expect it to go down here, but if from up here, that's where you would want to exit at. And see it does it there. So hopefully we get something and not just dumping today. Looks like that's what we want to do today. One entry up there and then like nothing else. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that. Not from down there and how close we are, I would expect a retracement. 15 seconds. Used to be down there with you. Trust me, I used to do that. I think I took it off this. I had a trade set up where I was like doing the 5-second. Yeah, I don't do that no more. So we tapped that PM session low from yesterday. Like that, I mean, straight dump. Looked heavy. I thought I would have went a little bit higher. I thought I would have offered something else other than just, there and just dump like nothing else. Just straight run. Yeah, so I think we're just going to start just cranking lower. We might not get a trade setup here because it's just tanking. So that got hit now. So that's, I usually like changing the color of it to let me know. Oh, I take that off. I was like, what is that? So we might create this right here. So this might give us a setup right here, actually. And I wouldn't expect it. I'm looking at here. This might give us a setup right here. This would be a and then this breaker block there. Oh, let's do this instead. So we have what, 1 minute left. We can trade up there. Right there. As long as it can give us that and not just tank. Bro, what is going on? Just no retracements. We're just gonna go straight lower. No, 0 retracements, just straight lower, huh? No retracements for the kid. Well, that's what I was wanting, and not that all the way down there. I don't know if we're gonna get that. It doesn't look like it. Looks like he just wants to just tank. Hopefully we can get some type of retracement back up here. High, low, higher, high, clear displacement. I don't think we're gonna get it. So it looks like a midweek reversal. The way that it's looking. Yeah, look how close it, yeah. This, I don't think it's gonna give it to us. I think it's right there. But I hope it does. That's what, oh, that's not what I want. I think it's gonna be a straight dump. Because then the next low that we have is Asia low. I mean, you see how just deep it is? It's just literally just tanked. This will be the next low. It's pretty much Monday, what is it, AM session? I'm sorry, PM session low. But hopefully we can get that. Even if we were to create a gap here, I'd actually be okay with that, and I would use this wick and see how deep we can trade up into that. I'd be okay with that. But let me just note this out. So it's a PM session low from Monday. It's like, dang, no retracement. This is Jan 26. So I guess I have to fix some stuff here because, yeah, it's gonna hit that for sure. For sure ski. It's gonna, there we go. Yep. No retracement. Just straight dump from since 9:30. I think that's because of what we had yesterday. Just we consolidated yesterday. Crazy as you can see. And then today it just decided it wanted no parts of that. But this is Jan 26. For me, this is just like really, really far extended. And if we keep going down and keep going, so it hit the first level from the AM session that I would like. But yeah, just for me, we'll see what we get here. But yeah, it just tanked. No respect of anything else. Let's see, negative. Let's see what that gets us. Gets us down there. Oops. My fault. May just said, nope, we're not going anywhere. We're not giving you a chance to get in. It's like you thought. Let me just look on a higher time. Let me just make sure we're now. Daily chart. Turn down to a daily FVG right now. Daily breaker, in fact. High, low, higher, high breaker. See that? Interesting. So we trade down to a daily breaker, actually. So let me just finish this part out, and then we'll be able to reevaluate. So we hit that already. Now seeing that we traded down into a daily fair value gap, I'm kind of a little bit more hesitant to take this specific trade. Just of what we did on the daily. We've come down to a discount on the daily chart. And I think that's why we're getting a little bit of that response there. I need to take that. So that's immediate rebounds. On a lower time frame, there's gonna be a fair value gap there. Yeah, 3-minute time frame, 4-minute time frame, there's a fair value gap there. So that's a breaker there. Trade up to. I don't want to see it trade a little bit higher though. That's just personally. Be a rebalance there. Trade down. Next candle trades up. You would expect it to go a little bit lower, but I want to see some type of retracement here. But us hitting that daily, like looking on the daily chart. On the daily chart again. Here's a daily chart here. We get this high up here. We broke above here. We've literally had no retracement. It's just been straight up candles. We've come down into a daily suspension block, literally. From there to there. Don't want to draw. It's going to all turn on. We turn this. So EQ would be a little bit lower. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if we get something today. It just pretty much just there was really no retracement at all. So, but I like that breaker trade potentially there. I mean, we are trading down into a daily breaker, but we didn't have any. We've had up candles, just straight up candles. But it would be nice to catch it from up here. I didn't trust that, but he didn't give anything else. Did anyone else get anything? Corey, were you in at all? Take your 15-second snipe. No. Yeah, I mean, this thing just dumped. Like, unless you were in up here, like, to be honest, I go to a lower time frame. I would have, there's no way I would have taken that one. Not after we just continue extending. Now, again, if you understand that I guess it's really, really heavy, then of course you would take this one. But I wanted to see a little bit more. but clear sell side there. I just don't want to get caught up on a retracement right now. Yeah, I mean, down there, that PM session low lines up with an AM session high. There's a lot of stuff down there, but I'd rather see us just trade up a little bit higher, personally. But I mean, I get that. See, I would have much rather it at least tapped up into here, but it didn't even give that. I mean, this thing just literally just said pew straight down. Well, that's the current weekly low. It's even lower than that. So it's down there pretty much. To be honest, I'm not gonna hold you. I thought that this whole run last week, I'm telling you, I thought this whole run up this week was just cap. I'm like, why are we up that high? I'm like, why are we up that high? Like, why are we running up here? When I saw this gap, I was like, oh yeah, it's over. We're coming down to this 20-day low. And they just jammed it up higher. That was my initial reaction to start, or thought process to start the week. I'm like, we're going up. We're going lower to this 40-day low. Instead of the 40-day low, we go to the 20-day high. Blew my mind. Bringing in AMs. I'm about to tell my accountant to make sure it came in. So we have immediate rebalance there. See, I just don't trust this. Now this is a IFVG right here with this little gap here. High, low, higher, high. This would be a mitigation block though, technically. There. I may try one actually right here. We'll try one. We can trade up into that. I'd be okay with taking one there. Just make sure it's not a volume imbalance. I'll take one there. We'll try that. Try that right there. And then we'll look for... Oh shoot, I forgot about this. Have to do a buy stop. Where is it? Why is it not there though? Not a buy limit. Why is it not in there? Sell stop? Yeah, it should be a buy limit, but it's not. Oh yeah, buy limit. You're right. You're right. My fault, yeah. I was like, I know I've had this before, and like I had the same issue last time. You should have seen it a while ago. Sell stop there. There we go. So I forgot about that. I had this issue last time when I first started doing this. You should have seen it the other time I was doing it. And I had if it hit my stop loss, it would have been more. I was cooked. I'm telling you, like, I was super cooked. It was bad, actually. It was super bad. Like, I would have lost more money than I was expecting. I think I had like a sell stop, and I got like smoked. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Yeah. I was like, why is it not? And that's what I meant to do. Appreciate that, Corgi. You can tell like I haven't done this one in a while. So I like that entry actually. It's a pretty good entry. See if we can attack that session low down here. But yeah, buy stop, buy limit. So the only reason why I tried one, let me just be completely honest with you. The reason why I tried one is because of how extended we are. I didn't want to put on full leverage, to be honest. That was not going to happen because of how low we were, and I'm okay with this. So if we can get down there to that PM session low, that'd be nice. Right? Wouldn't it be nice? If it gets the first retracement that like really made sense to me, this would be a mitigation block, high, low, failure, inverse fair value gap, trade up into this gap that overlaps. That's why I took it. So I like this. I'm more willing to put right there, low key. So now for me, it's a risk-free trade. I want to see this remain heavy. Since I have one, there's no real, I can't take partials, right? There's just no partials. I can't take anything off. So for me, that reaction we got there, it tells me that it should not come back up here. And we should look for down there. Let's go. The framework was we had immediate rebalance on a 5-minute chart. We weren't even able to get up to that gap. Displacement, like this is a trade that I don't know if you guys remember, like a couple of Fridays ago, this is the same exact trade that I took and it ended up not going pretty much down there and ended up coming back up, and then it gapped down on the weekend, right? So for me, I'm gonna move it down my stop there to the middle of this, see if we can get some expansion here, see if we can trade down there. If not, then if I'm not really seeing what I like, I'm okay with, you know, closing this whole thing, chilling. Because you gotta remember, this is Apex. So Apex does have like the trailing drawdown, right? Hopefully we can get that little push down there. Come on, we can do it. You know what's actually crazy? This is literally, oh, I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping right now for a second. There we go. Bang! Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on now. That was a banger trade. No drawdown. Banger. Hey, Corgi, I appreciate you for that, because I was tweaking for a second. I'm like, yo, I can't figure out what this thing is. Bang. $463 today. Banger. And I was just with one mini, bro. One micro. And to be honest, I didn't even have it going as low as I thought it could go. Lower would be here. I got above there, but lowest part was there that I had 25,810. But you know, that's good. First trade, 200. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. And that's it for today. We're gonna trade tomorrow. I'm out. Ain't nothing else for me here. I'm done. So yeah, that was a banger trade. Look at that. No drawdown and just straight to, we love those trades, right? We love those ones. But now I have to make some content. So I'll catch you guys out. Maybe it'll be about this one, maybe it's not. We'll figure it out. We'll see what it is. But I got some things to do. But I appreciate you guys for being on. I'll be on tomorrow again. And again, Corgi or anyone that's in here that wants to reach out to me on, you can reach out to me on Discord. I'm there pretty much all the time. I'll answer unless I'm actually doing something. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next stream tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great day or night wherever you are. And God bless you. Peace out, family. Peace out. My goodness. My bad. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.